Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Last Week Tonight. Tonight, we're diving headfirst into the fascinating world of international diplomacy. Buckle up, because things are about to get spicy. India recently celebrated its 76th Republic Day on January 26th. It's a big deal, kind of like their version of the 4th of July, but with more synchronized motorcycle stunts. Every year, India invites a foreign leader to be the guest of honor. This year the chosen one was none other than Indonesian President Joko Widodo. Now you might be thinking, Indonesia? Isn't that the place with all the islands and delicious noodles? And you'd be right, but it's also a country of immense geopolitical importance, especially for India. Having a foreign leader as the chief guest for Republic Day is a big deal. It's a symbolic gesture of friendship and a chance to strengthen diplomatic ties. So you can imagine the stir it caused when news broke of President Widodo's next travel plans. Indonesia, with its rich cultural heritage and vibrant economy, plays a pivotal role in Southeast Asia. The country is not just about its beautiful islands and mouth-watering cuisine. It is a significant player on the global stage. The relationship between India and Indonesia has been growing stronger over the years. Both nations share a history of trade, cultural exchange, and mutual respect. This visit by President Widodo is a testament to the deepening ties between the two countries. Beyond the ceremonial aspects, there are strategic reasons for this invitation. India and Indonesia have been collaborating on various fronts, including defense, trade, and regional security. Joint military exercises and defense cooperation are just a few examples of their partnership. Trade between the two nations has also seen a significant boost. From spices and textiles to technology and machinery, the exchange of goods and services has been mutually beneficial. This visit aims to further enhance economic ties and explore new avenues for collaboration. Cultural exchange is another vital aspect of their relationship. Both countries have rich traditions and histories that they proudly showcase. During President Widodo's visit, there were several cultural events where artists from both nations performed, highlighting the shared heritage and mutual admiration. Education and research collaborations have also been on the rise. Universities and research institutions from both countries have been working together on various projects, fostering innovation and knowledge exchange. This visit provided an opportunity to discuss further academic partnerships. Another critical area of cooperation is environmental conservation and sustainable development. Both India and Indonesia are committed to addressing climate change and promoting renewable energy. Joint initiatives in these areas were a significant topic of discussion during the visit. President Widodo's visit was marked by several high-level meetings with Indian leaders. These discussions covered a wide range of topics, from economic policies to regional security. The signing of multiple agreements underscored the commitment of both nations to work together for mutual benefit. The media closely followed every move, with extensive coverage of the visit. Press conferences and interviews provided insights into the outcomes of the meetings and the future direction of India-Indonesia relations. The visit culminated in a grand celebration, with fireworks and joyous crowds marking the occasion. It was a moment of pride and a symbol of the enduring friendship between India and Indonesia. So, as we wrap up this episode, remember that international diplomacy is not just about politics, it's about people, cultures, and the bonds that bring us together. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed. You see, right after his India trip, President Widodo was scheduled to visit Pakistan, and that's where things got a little awkward. The diplomatic waters between India and Pakistan have always been murky, to say the least. India and Pakistan, as some of you may know, have a bit of a history. Their relationship has been marked by conflict, tension, and a series of wars since their partition in 1947. It's complicated, like that couple who keeps breaking up and getting back together but can't seem to live with or without each other. They have their moments of peace, but the underlying issues never really go away. The news of President Widodo's Pakistan visit didn't go down well in India. Many Indians felt a sense of betrayal, as if their new friend was cozying up to their longtime rival. Some saw it as a snub, a sign that Indonesia was playing both sides of the fence. The delicate balance of international relations seemed to be at risk. Experts weighed in, with some suggesting it could jeopardize the progress made in India-Indonesia relations. They debated whether this move was a strategic error or a calculated risk by Indonesia. Think of it like this: you invite your friend to your birthday party and then they immediately go hang out with your arch-nemesis. It stings, doesn't it? It feels like a breach of trust. Not exactly the best way to build trust, right? Trust is a fragile thing in international diplomacy, and actions like these can have long-lasting repercussions. The visit to Pakistan was seen by many as a move that could potentially unravel the goodwill built during the India trip. Over the years, there have been numerous attempts at peace talks and agreements between India and Pakistan. Each time there is a glimmer of hope that things might improve, but the reality often falls short. The conflicts and tensions are deeply rooted in history, politics, and national identity. It's not just about territorial disputes, it's about a complex web of issues that have been building up for decades. President Widodo's visit to Pakistan was intended to strengthen Indonesia's ties with both countries. However, the timing and optics of the visit were less than ideal. Diplomacy is often about perception as much as it is about action. The perception in India was that Indonesia was not fully committed to their newfound friendship. India and Indonesia have been working on building a strong partnership, focusing on trade, cultural exchange, and strategic cooperation. The visit to Pakistan cast a shadow over these efforts. The public reaction in India was swift and vocal. Protests erupted, and social media was abuzz with criticism of the visit. People felt that their concerns were being overlooked. Behind the scenes, diplomatic channels were working overtime to manage the fallout. Both India and Indonesia had to navigate this delicate situation carefully. In Pakistan, the visit was seen as a positive step towards strengthening bilateral relations. It was a chance for Indonesia to reaffirm its commitment to its relationship with Pakistan. In the grand scheme of international relations, such visits are common. Leaders often have to balance multiple relationships and navigate complex geopolitical landscapes. As President Widodo's plane took off from Pakistan, the diplomatic world was left to ponder the implications of his visit. Would it strain the budding friendship with India, or would it be seen as a necessary step in a complex world? Only time will tell how this chapter in international diplomacy will unfold. For now, the focus remains on building bridges and finding common ground in a world that is often divided. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. President Widodo, in a diplomatic masterstroke, decided to postpone his visit to Pakistan. He cited scheduling conflicts, which, let's be honest, is the diplomatic equivalent of saying, "My dog ate my homework." But hey, whatever works. The important thing is that the situation was diffused before it could escalate into a full-blown diplomatic crisis. This gesture was well received in India, with many seeing it as a sign of respect and a commitment to the India-Indonesia partnership. Section 4. A friendship forged in history. India and Indonesia have a long and storied relationship. They've been friends for centuries, with cultural and economic ties dating back to ancient times. Both countries share a history of colonialism, with Indonesia gaining independence from the Dutch and India from the British. This shared experience forged a bond of solidarity between the two nations. In recent decades, their relationship has blossomed into a strategic partnership, with both countries recognizing the importance of cooperation in areas like trade, security, and defense. Section 5. Republic Day, a celebration of India. Republic Day is a day of immense pride and celebration for Indians all over the world. It is a day that transcends geographical boundaries and unites Indians, whether they are in the bustling streets of New Delhi or in the quiet suburbs of a foreign land. The spirit of Republic Day is felt far and wide, as Indians come together to honor their nation's journey and achievements. It marks the day in 1950 when India's constitution came into effect, officially making it a republic. This monumental event was the culmination of years of struggle and determination, as leaders and citizens alike worked tirelessly to shape the future of their nation. The adoption of the Constitution was a significant milestone, symbolizing India's commitment to democracy, justice, and equality for all its citizens. The day is celebrated with grand military parades, cultural performances, and a display of India's rich heritage. The military parades showcase the strength and discipline of the Indian Armed Forces, while the cultural performances highlight the diverse traditions and artistic expressions that make India unique. From classical dance forms to contemporary music, the celebrations are a vibrant tapestry of India's cultural wealth, and a whole lot of flag waving. The tricolor flag, with its deep saffron, white, and green hues, flutters proudly in the wind, symbolizing the unity and integrity of the nation. People of all ages, from young children to elderly citizens, wave the flag with enthusiasm, their faces beaming with pride and joy. This year's Republic Day theme was Nation First, Always First. This theme resonates deeply with the core values of patriotism and national pride. It serves as a reminder that the nation's interests should always take precedence, and that every citizen has a role to play in the country's progress and prosperity. It's a call for unity and a reminder that despite their differences, Indians are united by their shared identity and love for their country. The celebrations bring together people from all walks of life, transcending barriers of caste, creed, and religion. As they hold hands and wave the Indian flag, they reaffirm their commitment to the ideals of unity, diversity, and inclusivity that define the Indian ethos. Republic Day is not just a celebration of the past, but a promise for the future, a future where every Indian can thrive and contribute to the nation's glory. Section 6. Indonesia's Balancing Act. Now let's talk about Indonesia for a second. Indonesia is the world's largest Muslim-majority country, and it's also a key player in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN. Indonesia has always strived to maintain a neutral stance in international affairs, preferring dialogue and diplomacy over confrontation. Their decision to prioritize India's Republic Day over a visit to Pakistan while navigating their own relationships in the Muslim world highlights the delicate balancing act Indonesia often has to perform on the global stage. Section 7. The Indo-Pacific Chessboard. The India-Indonesia relationship is particularly significant in the context of the Indo-Pacific region. This region, home to some of the world's most important shipping lanes and a hotbed of geopolitical competition, has become a focal point of global attention. India, with its Look East policy, is keen to strengthen its presence in the Indo-Pacific. Indonesia, with its strategic location and growing economic clout, is a natural partner for India in this endeavor.